Throughout history, the cup and ball, the yo-yo, Pong, the Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Got hot celebrity goss from Perez Bilton in a few minutes. Who knows what's going on in Tinseltown? Perez Bilton knows. And a bit before that, I'll have another $1,000 for it about 6 or 7 minutes from now. 4:30 is when the next whatchamacallit, a keyword we'll get to you for $1,000. Then 5:30 is the last one today, and then it starts up again tomorrow morning with RMG. But we'll get to hot goss from Perez Bilton. Fortunately, Mary is back, and she loves that part of the show.
It's my favorite.
Somebody suggested that if your team loses the Polar Blast, punishment should be that you would have to listen to and or watch a year's worth of Friday Get-Downs.
Why? Are you going to put like a supercut together?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work for me.
Would it be Get-Downs or Gets Down? Like Attorneys
Get
General.
Downs.
It's Get-Downs?
Yeah.
Get-Downs. All right. Well, you got to
What
think.
if we did haircut-based ones?
You got to think, on average, Friday Get Down, it's a minute, not even, right? Let's say 30 seconds for the Get Down. And then weekly, so there's simply no way to know how many there are in a year.
That'd be like, at least 45 minutes of get downs. I don't want to do that at all.
No. 52, and we don't even do the full 52.
Yeah, we don't miss. We
That's
miss
what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
of weeks.
Let's
It's
say,
longer than 30 seconds.
oh yeah, I know, it was supercut, but it
So
wouldn't
40 minutes at the very least. That's miserable.
of 30 seconds a pop. Let's
Yes.
say 40 weeks at 30 seconds a pop. It'd be 20 minutes.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want 20 full minutes of Get Down?
I'll throw up, probably.
It'd be like the audio version of A Clockwork Orange. You know, we just had those clamps in her ears and she's got to listen. But you'd have to watch the whole thing, too.
Would you do 80s hair for a week?
What, like permit?
Just tease it up and make it all big and like big crazy 80s hair,
Well,
like real
I
like.
would, but
teased
again,
out.
you have to remember that being here, people don't really look at people dressed crazy differently.
Right.
It's still funny for us for the
Yeah,
live
it's
stream.
very funny for you.
I had 80s hair for a decade
Mm-hmm.
in the 80s. By the way, saw my girl Carrie this morning at Charles Scott Salon because I was getting myself a little trimmed up. I said, I'm still growing my hair out. I said, I'm not ready to chop it all off yet. I will be eventually. But for now, I said, just clean it up a little. And she mentioned, and I didn't know this, that today was our hair anniversary.
Oh.
2013, 2012 was
2013.
the day that Carrie first came to the studio to chop my hair off because that was my Polar Blast punishment that year.
Yeah, it was just your wedding haircut.
It wasn't much of a punishment because, of course, I looked amazing. But, that was the year that I got married. I thought it was earlier than that. I thought it was 20. I don't know what
Because it was
I
the
thought.
year I joined the show.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and
I
I
just,
wasn't
for
even
some
a
reason-
participant yet because I
Okay.
wasn't officially on the show till like the third or fourth or
Yeah.
whatever. So I just celebrated 11 years on the Alan Cox Show.
So I've had short hair now for a decade.
You're ready to grow it out.
Well, it's growing.
Yeah.
It's just I didn't want it to look. I had a lot of lettuce going on back
This,
there.
this is
I'm
the
like,
longest my hair's ever been.
Yeah?
I've never had it longer.
well, there
Yeah,
you
here,
go.
okay.
Might as well.
It gets
Yeah.
down there. It like basically covers my ear
You're getting pandemic Conan hair.
a little bit.
That was not a good look for him. A lot of people grew their hair out over the pandemic because they weren't going anywhere. And
Mhm.
celebrities weren't doing films or television shows.
To think it was either this for me or shaving my head completely bald.
I
which
think your head looks good right now. Your
Yeah, I
hair
think you
looks
just
good.
it does. Like I had healthy hair. Like
Ooh.
it was just my hairline was receding.
Poundcake. How about for your punishment, cornrows?
Cornrows?
Yeah, you have to put little niblets of corn in your hair.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You gotta get your hair braided.
I've had my hair. Well,
Get cornrows. Yeah.
well, first of all, I've had my hair braided before, and
Bring back the homo thug look.
I've had my hair braided before. It doesn't stay.
One of those is whispered, Bill.
Oh.
How's it go, Poundcake?
You're a thug.
But you whispered it.
You home thug.
Oh, that's really light.
Thug.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
I'm sure we could find somebody that could braid it and get it to stay.
Growing up, my brother's hair is more ethnic than mine, and we would go and get our hair braided together, and we would go to our hood family members, and that's what they do. They braid hair. That was their side hustle, and they would braid mine. They put the rubber bands in the same gel that they did with everybody else's,
And still fall out?
It would last like an hour. My hair is not, the texture is not meant to be braided like that. It just doesn't. It won't stay.
It'll break?
No, it pops out. Like,
it pops out.
Like they
Can't be tamed.
They put the rubber bands in it and everything, and it just starts to like come apart. Like my hair just.
You can't rock that Coolio look?
No. I just they've tried. I had like French braids before, and I was like, I looked so weird. I've never felt more white. I felt like Malibu's Most Wanted, or like the white girl in the girl in White Chicks where Marlon Wayans is braiding the hair, and she's like, "Oh my God, my hair looks great." That's literally how I felt because my brother, he looked real cool. Like he had the French braids. That was the style back then. And then the mirror went up to me, and I was just like, I look like the biggest poser ever. I did not look half white then. I looked like a guy who wanted to be black so bad.
Well, you know, it's just as useful for people to know what looks don't work for them as do. It's to cross it off the list. You go, all right, don't do that. I tried it. It's not for me.
I don't know. Because it was just, it's something I wanted to do. I thought it looked cool, but it just wouldn't stay. And I had my mom, when we were kids, we would do the little rat tail. We had that. And now I'm wondering how that used to look because I couldn't see it. It was behind my head. I wonder, was it like all scraggly, because you put it in a rubber band. I don't know if the hair stayed in the rubber band now, thinking about it.
Your mom doesn't have pictures of you as a kid with a rat tail?
She has the rat tail in my baby book.
Oh. But you weren't a baby.
But it was in my baby book. She has stuff. I'm sure she has.
Just locks of your hair in a baby book?
She probably has my high school or my college graduation cap in my baby book. The baby book is not, it's like
It's just a Poundcake book. It's a Poundcake scrapbook.
Pretty much. Yeah. Like she has my first box of formula and like all this stuff. My first box of Pampers. It's a big safe full of all our stuff in it.
All right. Well, something to think about. All right, let me give you this money here, and then we'll get to the hot celebrity gossip with Perez Bilton. This is $1,000. You get it plenty of times a day, and there's still a couple of weeks left. So if you struck out thus far, still plenty of opportunities for you to grab this money. It's $1,000 in the Buzzard bookie. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Green. That's green. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez Bilton. Ooh.
All right, guzzlers. I got a bunch of hot, frothy goss for you. So ready for it. Open wide. Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
Rest in peace, Toby Keith. The country singer passed away from cancer at age 62. Keith was beloved in the country music scene, and he will be missed. According to Inside Sources, Toby Keith's legacy will live on through a plus-size drag queen that goes by Tubby Queef.
Oh, yeah. Faux shoes.
Tubby will perform never before heard unreleased songs from Toby Keith. Like, It's Hard R Here for a Pimp. Touching My Truck's Nuts Isn't Gay. And Untitled Pandering Anthem.
Oh, yeah. Faux shoes.
That's a bummer, though. Taylor Swift's lawyers told the college student that tracks her private jet he's got to stop or there's going to be trouble. Jack Sweeney, a college student at the University of Central Florida, received a cease and desist from Taylor's legal team, citing safety issues by posting her whereabouts, and says it could invite stalkers. And according to inside sources, seems like Taylor's being a little proprietary here, because if you just go to Taylor Swift's website, there's a list of locations she plans on going. Someone's being a hypocrite, Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Faux shiz, faux shiz.
And finally, Lil Jon is releasing a new album, but it's not what you'd expect from Lil Jon. The new album is a guided meditation album. Lil Jon has made health and wellness a priority in his life, and he wants to share what he's learned with his fans. And according to inside sources, we have a preview. Hit it.
What? It's those nasty beat makers. Yeah. Let's go. What? It's the beat makers. Yeah. Let John, bitch. Yo, girl. Hey. Yeah. Celebrity gossip. This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez, Bilton. Ooh.
It calmed me right down.
I know.
I would love
like,
to get that Lil
I'm
Jon.
so relaxed.
mellow.
Look, even Mary, who doesn't even like hot goss, looks so calm.
I'm very calm. So chill.
Because of Lil Jon
Mm-hmm.
and his spa album.
That's 10 seconds of meditation and what I needed.
What? It's those nasty beat makers. Yeah. Let's go. What? It's the beat makers. Yeah. Let John, bitch.
You laughed at Tubby Queef.
You don't often hear a bitch in a guided meditation, but I've decided to start to take up transcendental meditation.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to dip my toe in that pool. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What exactly is that?
I'm going to find out. There's
Okay.
there's kind of a there's people who kind of show you what you do, and so I'm gonna dip my toe in that.
An in-person thing or an app or?
It's well, the person that's doing like the first class is just kind of an introductory thing over Zoom. And I think that there's all kinds of apps, but I think that there are specific ways to do it, and so I think that it's something that I might benefit from, and so I'm going to see if it's something that I dig.
Okay.
Because I haven't meditated in a long, long time, and I thought, well, maybe get back into that. And
Other than the Little John.
other than Lil Jon, yeah, but again, we just got a taste of that. I can't wait until like the full 4-hour version is out.
It's going to be nice.
I'm going to enjoy that a lot.
Hey, y'all. This is Joel from Lorraine. Today I hate the show because I was in the Giant Eagle grocery store, and they have those take-home pizzas that you just throw in the oven, and they changed them up. And one went from 3 cheese to 4 cheese. And my stupid brain went, oh, yeah, 4 cheese, 4 cheese.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Faux shiz, faux shiz.
Oh, yeah, faux cheese, faux cheese.
Hey, I'm going to be in Lorraine in March.
Hey,
BillSquire.com. Also, earlier when John called.
Trucker Johnny goes, where are you going to be in Youngstown?
Youngstown, it's at the Penguin City Brewing on February 24th. You can get tickets for that as well at BillSquire.com.
Oh, yeah. Faux shiz, faux shiz.
And Willoughby.
Uh-huh.
BillSquire.com.
All right, sir. Well, there you go. Faux cheese, faux cheese. Yeah, Gwen said, because Gwen, my wife, listens to books. I need to read them, but she is always consuming some book in her ears. And I think she was going to try to read that Britney Spears book that Michelle Williams reads.
Yeah.
I don't think she can get into it, though. For some reason, I don't think she's stuck with it.
Oh, yeah. Faux shiz, faux shiz.
I don't know if it's Michelle Williams' voice maybe she doesn't care for. I don't know. But I'm not sure.
Reading a book or listening to a book feels like cheating. Even though I know it isn't. You're still getting the same amount of information. Or
Well, I think it's just however you prefer to consume the information. You know
That's
what I
just
mean?
How I
can't-
can actually remember things.
And I can't listen to a book because I'll just get distracted and I'll be doing something else. Like that totally works for her. She'll do stuff and be listening to a book. She's like tearing through books, and I need to read a book. I can't listen. I've tried. I can't listen to a book on tape. That's what they used to call them back in the day. A book on tape, kids, because it was a tape.
When I'm reading a nonfiction, if it's nonfiction, I'm actually better. Like I'm more apt to read it. But when it's fiction, that's when I prefer the audio version.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I can sink into the story more. Because I feel like my brain, when I read certain things, it just goes off on tangents, and I'm like, oh, what was I reading? And it's like 4 pages back is the actual word I actually processed.
Right. Man, somebody texted me, I miss Rick, and I really wish somebody knew what happened to Donnie. Donnie called us.
Donnie just called
a couple of
us,
weeks ago. He checked in, and he's gone through some stuff. Usually when it's radio silence, he's going through some stuff. And Rick, this Thursday, day after tomorrow, will be the second anniversary of our friend Rick passing away.
Wow.
Right? 2 years. Frederick Clayton, our buddy Rick, who used to call all the time.
You say either, I say yo. You say neither, and I say either. And either. Tell me here about. Let's call the whole thing off. Yes, you like potato, and I like. Wow. You like tomato, and I like. What's wrong with the Cavalier? Potato. Can get right. Tomato. Why? Let's call the whole thing off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Rick.
Nothing's wrong with the Cavs right now. They're killing it.
Killing it. Second place. Boy, did you know that Toby Keith was sick?
Yeah, I tried to talk about it on air, and you were like, meh. When he got diagnosed months ago, I texted you.
Well, he got diagnosed in 2022, it said.
Whenever he got diagnosed, I texted you or sent you an email, and I was like, Toby Keith has cancer. And you kind of like blew right by it.
I blew right by it? What did I say?
You were like, oh, that's sad.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't know he was going to die 2 years later. I mean, he got really thin.
Yeah.
I didn't know. My wife was a big Toby Keith fan. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know if she's sitting Shiva today or what, but did you see the clip of him? He got into an Uber that had a karaoke machine in it.
No.
This was like one of the last things anybody saw him do on social media because he was not in good shape, and he sang one of his own songs.
That's awesome.
I can't tell if it's just in the car because windows are down, or if this dude has speakers outside the car. I'm not sure, and I don't know what this song is. Mary will probably know, but it's him, singing one of his songs. So it's about
hard are here for a pimp.
No, it's America's got the thing. I don't know what it's. This isn't loading up for me, but it's him singing in this Uber. Come on.
Food in your ass. It's the American way. Hang on the sass. What's your name? Top of his list and a statue of liberty started getting real pissed, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be hell when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell. It'll feel like the whole wide.
What's that song called, Mary?
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Okay.
That was his answer to 9/11.
Oh, okay.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
All right, well, he's in a dude's car, an Uber that's got karaoke, and he dialed up one of his songs. And courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we were going to go kick everybody's ass. And
yeah.
Right.
That was heavy in the patriotic phase of America.
Understood.
Everybody was banding together, and
right.
a lot of country songs about loving America in that time.
Right. Well, patriotism takes different forms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now people think you're
Not
patriotic.
if you're them.
If you're big fans of Russia, people think you're patriotic. Anyway, Toby Keith. That's a bummer, I guess. A young
Very
guy,
sad.
62 years old. He was a big, big deal in country music. One of the greats, they say.